Hey guys, behind me is 14 East 60th Street here in Manhattan. It's a restaurant called Avra. It's a Greek restaurant, and it's a Greek word that means cool wind. But in 1972, this was the Copa, and actually the address was 10 East 60th Street, and the Copa was located in the basement. This is where Joey Gallo celebrated his 43rd birthday, and believe it or not, he was one of the controlling bosses of this place. Wound up having some drinks, celebrating, then he wound up going down to Little Italy to Umberto's Clam House, and that's where he wound up being killed. But I'll show you the inside of kind of what the Copa looked like. It's, of course, decorated a lot differently, but it's still an upscale place and really, really nice. But wanted to show you, this was the building right here, Avra.
Thank you so much.
Hey guys, I'm taking you inside of what the Copacabana was downstairs. This was East 10 40th Street, and it's a nice restaurant called Ava's, but this is beautiful. So wanted to show you, at least have an idea of what the place looked like. And you had some famous people perform here. Even the Supremes made their debut here at the Copa. You had Sammy Davis Jr. in 1957 had one of the biggest attendance records here. He had like a long stay here. Sam Cooke performed here, Frank Sinatra, and even the great Harry Belafonte. Now initially there was a no black policy, and later Jules Perdell loosened that, and Harry Belafonte performed here in this building. Things, of course, have changed, but at least you have an idea of what it looked like. But and people do know this is the place, so it's not a surprise. But if you do come outside, it's 14 East 60th Street, and then down in the basement was where the Copa was, right here. I'm in Little Italy. I actually am on Mulberry Street, and 129 Mulberry Street to be exact. Behind me at one time was Umberto's Clam House, which opened in 1972. 2 months after opening, April 7th, 1972, mob boss Joey Gallo was inside. He was sitting actually at the butcher block table in the back in the corner, and he got shot 5 times, and he came out here in the street and he was killed. Now this restaurant is featured actually 2 different movies. 1984, the outside of it was shown in Ghostbusters in a monologue scene, montage, and the movie most recently was The Irishman, and I guess they used this particular location. It looks totally different at nighttime, but yeah, it's located here on the corner. So he didn't die inside, he wound up dying outside in the street. And of course I did do a vlog of his gravesite. He's buried not far from here, so check that out. And also he was celebrating his 43rd birthday. He had come from the Copacabana, the original location, which I did a vlog on that, so make sure you check that out. And he was told, let whatever heat that he had on him died down, but he didn't care. He was like, well, hey, nothing's going to happen to me and this and the other. But he was with his bodyguard, his wife and daughter, and some friends. And like I said, they had come from the Copacabana celebrating his 43rd birthday, and he had come here to get something to eat. And one of the rival gang members made a call, and it was on site. Somebody came in, and it wasn't like the exactly like the Irishman portrays it. Believe it was a couple of shooters, and they wound up shooting him, like I said, 5 times, and he died here in the streets. Now, this location closed in 1996 due to financial problems, and it reopened in 2000 at a different location, also on Mulberry Street. And a few years ago, 2010, it moved to its present location, which is right down the street at 132 Mulberry Street. But this was the original location of the Umberto. So right here was where Joey Gallo came out, spilled out of the door, and died right here in this area. If you like this video, please subscribe down below and feel free to leave any comments about Joey Gallo and Umberto's Clam House.
Because of some stories that we have heard that there is some possible friction out in Brooklyn between the Gallo mob and the Colombo gang. House being spoken to. Al Gallo is also here. And Carlo Gambino is on the way in.
All right, fellas, Gambino, do you have any statement to make to the press? No.
I'll walk in.
Oh, I.
Stay on the... Do you feel that they're going to match us?
Through here, please.
get that guy. See when he came out? Hey. You right now? It'll be about 8. You okay, Tom? Here comes Sean.
That's all. Ready your life. I'm sorry. See a white hat. No, you got sugar in it. I don't want it with sugar in it. Where did you buy it?
Hey guys, yours truly, Kevin Grace. I'm here in Brooklyn, New York at Greenwood Cemetery, paying my respects to a mobster that a lot of people may know because of a recent portrayal in The Irishman. They did a loosely based drama of his killing, but the people that really in the know said it was a BS thing, and that's not how it went down. Man I'm talking about is Joey Gallo. He was connected to the Joe Colombo hit in 1971. There was a black assailant that wound up shooting a crime boss right as they were celebrating the Irish rally for freedom or whatever it was called. He walked up to him and shot him 3 times in the head. He didn't die. He wound up being paralyzed for 7 years, and of course immediately the assailant was killed. Now people connected him to Joey Gallo because Joey Gallo got along with some of the other black gangs, and they think that he had something to do with it. And they told Joey Gallo, hang low, don't go to Manhattan. But on April the 7th, 1972, he's celebrating his 43rd birthday. He had gone to the Copacabana and he got a little hungry and he wanted to stop at Umberto's Clam House about 3 a.m. in the morning. And there were some hitmen that were sent in and wound up shooting and killing him. He wound up dying outside the doorway. And the movie, like I said, The Irishman, they said it was not the way it went down, and that was some BS portrayal of one guy going in and shooting a guy, and that's not how it really happened. But a definitely colorful character, and hopefully they will do an accurate movie based on Joey Gallo. Like I said, there was that parody, The Gang That Couldn't Shoot Straight, that was done in '71, that had Robert De Niro in it, and also Jerry Orbach as well. But matter of fact, Jerry Orbach and Gallo wound up being really good friends, and I think they did hang out the night of Joey's birthday earlier in the evening at the Copacabana. But anyway, he's buried over here with his brother Larry and his father. His father died in 1983, so, but they're buried right here. You can see Gallo and see the name here. He's also known as Crazy Joey Gallo. When he was arrested when he was younger, he was diagnosed as being schizophrenic. So that could have been one of the reasons why he had that name. So looks like somebody was here recently. They have this flower pot here and this flower. So he's buried right here. If you do come, there's a whole hedge of trees right over here. This is section 12. Not far from a fence line over here. So if you do come and pay your respects, I guess you want to call it. If you like this video, please subscribe down below and feel free to leave any comments about Joey Gallo.